Babangida has vindicated the Igbos. Babangida has vindicated Wulie, who spent so many hours in court trying to tell the people that the 1966 coup was not Igbo coup, does not have anything to relate with the Igbos, that Igbos did not come together to plan this coup, that it was a coup that happened out of political reasons, not ethnic reasons. But Nigerians will not hear of it. Even Ojukwu even started explaining, even while he was alive, even to the point of his death, that the coup was not planned by Igbos. But Nigerians will not hear. Up to today, a lot of people still term it Igbo coup. That is why when you ask someone around, why is it that an Igbo man cannot be president in Nigeria, they will say, is it not an Igbo man, or is it not Igbo men that planned the coup to take over government in 1966? People will not hear that Igbos do not plan this coup. But you know, Nigerians always like being biased in anything that has to do with Igbos. They all the marginalization, the hate, the dislike, it will not open their eyes to the truth. Now, Babangida, who is not an Igbo and who is present then as a military officer, has opened up in his book that the person that planned this coup is just Igbo by name. That is Chukwu Makadina Nzeogwu. That he is just bearing the name of Igbo. That he is a Deltan. He is a Deltan and not an Igbo man. But because of that name, and forgetting the fact that even if he's an Igbo person, that he is not the only one that planned this coup. Other people from other tribes joined in, but Nigerians will not hear. Now, Babangida has explained a lot in that new book that he launched recently. I'm going to play you a video of why I said that Babangida has vindicated William.
I agree with you in respect of this analysis, in the sense that you have confessed as a witness of truth, even right here on earth, yes, that you were one of those that plunged this country into the catastrophe we're in right now.
Certainly not.
Listen, witness. Listen, witness.
Sir,
listen, witness. Let me ask you.
Can I say something? I never said any such thing.
Listen to me. Just you've answered in the negative.
The January coup was
listen to me.
as a result of other events.
Will you agree with me that the January 15, 1966 coup had eventually led to the emergence of the Civil War?
No. Let's start from the beginning. You must go from the genesis. The genesis is the killings, political killings in Nigeria, both in the West and in the TV area. All right? The killings, then of course, the other Hydra-headed problems Nigeria had caused the coup of January 66.
Yes, I have heard that.
The January 66 attracted the July coup. The July coup attracted the creation of states. The creation of states attracted Biafra. Biafra attracted the war, not the January coup 66. That is a conglomeration of events, and you must take them into consideration.
You see, what I want you to understand is one event led to the other.
Beautiful.
Right from the nationalistic days before the independence, yes, in this country.
Yes.
This country had been living in harmony, in peace, and not in pieces.
That is not true.
Wait a minute. Now, are you aware of a book written by Chief Obafemi Awolowo, his autobiography?
I'm not aware of it.
You are not, you have never seen this book?
I have never set eyes on it.
But you know Awolowo, late Awolowo?
Of course I know Awolowo.
Yes, and you are not aware of this book, which touches...
Awolowo is entitled to his opinion. I don't know what you are getting at.
I agree. You will also agree with me that this document, this literature work, which is an exhibit for this court, yes, is also entirely your opinion.
It's partly my opinion and partly my experience.
Yes, that is your opinion.
Partly my opinion, partly my experience.
I am not asking you for the substratum of this book, but I'm telling you it is your own personal opinion. I'm not asking you for the reasons.
I am giving a story the way I saw it. I am not making any judgment.
Now, I will read a portion of this book.
It is not relevant to me.
It will be relevant. You don't even know what I'm saying. You have made up your mind as to what to say. Listen to me. I'm going to tell you something out of this text, and I want you to agree with it or disagree with it. You don't know whether you will even agree with it. Right. It's not everything I say that you disagree with it. Please listen to me. This is a book written by Chief Awolowo before he died, about his autobiography. I will later tender the book to the appropriate person, but I want to have the benefit of you listening to what is there, so that we can have your opinion.
Let me.
Now, in this book by Chief Obafemi Awolowo, at page 172, There is a statement credited to late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, and it goes as follows.
Yes.
Besides, in spite of his protestations to the contrary, Dr. Azikiwe was himself an unabashed Igbo jingoist. And he gave the game completely away when he said, inter alia, in his presidential address to the Igbo Federal Union in 1949, as follows. He's quoting from what Zik said in a speech at a lecture. It will appear that the God of Africa has specially created the Igbo nation to lead the children of Africa from the bondage of the ages. The martial prowess of the Igbo nation at all stages of human history has enabled them not only to conquer others, but also to adapt themselves to the role of preserver. The Igbo nation cannot shirk its responsibility. Politically, you have seen with your own eyes how you were disenfranchised by the British. The Igbo nation has never been represented in the Executive Council. Economically, the Igbo nation has labored under onerous taxation measures without sufficient social amenities to justify same. We have been taxed without representation, and our contributions in taxes have been used to develop other areas out of proportion to the incidence of taxation in those areas. It will seem that the Igbo nation is becoming a victim of economic annihilation through a gradual but studied process. This was a quotation, and then Awolowo himself went further to say as follows. In 1948, another Igbo leader and a member of the Nigerian Legislative Council had declared the domination of Nigeria by the Igbos is a question of time. It was clear from these statements and from general political and journalistic maneuvers of Dr. Azikiwe over the years that his great objective was to set himself up as a dictator over Nigeria and to make the Igbo nation the master race. It will appear, according to his reckoning, that the only obstacle in the path of his ambition was the Yoruba intelligentsia, and this must be removed at all costs. A situation in which one ethnic group will dominate the others does not accord with my conception of a united and happy Nigeria. Thank you. I am implacably opposed to dictatorship, as well as the doctrine of Herrenvolk, whether it was Hitler's or that of Azikwe's. Now, from this text I read out, yes, will you agree with me that that grand design had been there ever since? So what you are trying, I didn't write it. I didn't write it.
I agree that Zik said that. What Awolowo quoted.
Well,
and you know that this is Awolowo that booted Zik out of the
I didn't write
house.
it. I didn't write it.
And you are saying I should agree.
I am asking you, what is your opinion? Just
your opinion, I mean, the question shouldn't have arisen.
Are you in a position to say
the question is, and this is not for you because I can't ask you questions. The question Nigerians will address their minds to should be, is Zik or was Zik before his death a true Nigerian or a tribalist? Of course not.
Listen. That is not the issue. We all have
as a tribalist. So it is
listen,
in bad taste.
We all have our respect for Zik. We all have our reverence for Zik. That is not the issue.
And you know that Awolowo has never seen eye to eye with Zik.
Please listen. You are to answer my questions.
You are asking
not to ask me
to
questions.
Support Awolowo against Zik.
You are asking me questions.
I will do no such thing. And I even doubt that Awolowo wrote it.
Now, come. Now, look. I want you to reconcile your last statement when you asked me whether I wanted you to support Awolowo against Zik. Why then did you tell us this afternoon? Yes. Just some few minutes ago. Yes. When you were being asked by the other council.
I will answer it.
That the major object of that coup was to appoint Awolowo as the president of
Prime
Minister. Yes, Prime Minister.
To appoint him.
Yes.
That is
now,
please,
can you
answer this question?
Yes, I'm listening.
Because there are too many things at issue here. Now, Awolowo was to be appointed to lead a government. That is why I said, therefore, it must be the Yorubas who are using us. Read my book. Therefore, the Yorubas were using us. And you read what Onwategu said in answer to that. Read it.
Look.
I want you to be.
Look. Yes, madam.
Attention. I ask everybody to have this.
Yes, madam.
In view of number one, how does this affect your own client? So that we can make progress. You can tender all the things they said and then address us on them. No, number one of the agreement reached after your submissions in the morning. If you want, I read it to you again. Representation by counsel. Commission accepts that under Section 18 of the Tribunals of Inquiry Act, anybody mentioned in a petition has a right to representation by counsel. The only question that will arise is that such counsel should restrict himself, not itself, only to issues affecting his client, either in his response or in cross-examination. If we are going to throw this overboard, then we open the door wide. And I've told counsel before that there's certain things called, notorious facts.
My lord, yes, my lord. In as much as
no
I'm trying to wind up
all this,
yes.
You can go on for 20 days. We go on, listen.
No, my lord, I have been on for just about 30 minutes. In the next 30 minutes, I'll be through. I don't need more than an hour to be through with this witness. Yes, witness.
Go ahead.
You are aware that there are different commissions in the Nigerian Army. Different types of commission. We have the regular combatant commission.
You can't tell me.
You are aware more than me. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, I know more than you.
Yeah, you know that more than me. I agreed. I concede to that.
I am aware.
Yes, you have about 4. Now, you will agree with me that Ojukwu was initially not a regular combatant commission. He was converted.
He was
a short service.
He was direct short service
commission. Agreed.
Direct short service because
I agreed.
He came from the university.
I agree. You've answered it. You've answered it. Now the same thing goes to late General
Sir.
Yeah, the same question goes to Ironsi. He was also not.
He was not.
He was not.
Short service. He was just short service commission.
Agreed, but not a regular combatant.
Of course, he was.
Yeah, of course, regular. Yes. Now, but what about General Gawan?
He was regular, just as I was.
Agreed. Now, do you know why Ojukwu refused to succumb to the?
Ojukwu said he was senior to Gawan.
Yes. Will you agree to that?
Will why shouldn't I agree? But you see,
despite the fact.
I said, why shouldn't I agree? But the point is not whether Gawan was, whether Ojukwu was senior to Gawan or not. Once there is a coup, even if he's a lieutenant taking over government, you don't start confronting the lieutenant, you get killed. So that is where I disagree with Ojukwu, and he knows.
In terms of seniority, I put it to you that Gawan was senior to him by virtue of the fact that he was a regular combatant army officer.
You don't do seniority that way.
It's okay, I've heard you.
It is not the way seniority is done.
I have heard you.
My people, you have seen what happened in that video. It went on and on like that. This man was just tirelessly trying to explain to them what the intention of the coup. This is someone that was present that time. You heard him. He was even thrown to jail after the coup. This is someone that was present, but no, they would rather that their own opinion fly. Now, today, right now, the whole internet, even most of these people now, most of these Yorubas are not even coming out again to say anything, because even the person that confirmed this news is not an Igbo man, and this person, like Just Willie, was also present during the time that this coup happened. He said that it was not only Igbos. In fact, the head of the coup, General Kaduna Chukwumanzogo, is not Igbo. It's not Igbo, so it is not an Igbo coup. That's the only thing that Nigerians need to know. It is not an Igbo coup. They should stop saying Igbo. They like anything that they will use to attribute Igbos as a violent people, as people that do not agree at all, as people that cannot stay where peace is, because this lawyer was trying to say that before this coup happened, before Igbos come to take over the coup, that Nigeria used to be in harmony and in peace. So that is what Nigerians today see. Any time that you mention Igbo in position in the federal office, they will just see someone that will let them come as more time, they will plan take over, they will just want riot. That is how they see Igbos, as the marginalized, dislike. They don't even want to hear the truth. As long as you are Igbo, they've already judged you before you do or say anything, which is just not right in this country. It is not right at all. I am glad that that book is out there and it will forever be there. Every other account, so many of those people, men that were dead then, is no longer alive, but at least the person that is still alive has come out to speak out the truth. That's one good thing that I like in that is one good thing that I appreciate in that book. So guys, if you want to get more updates concerning this and many more, please subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to like this video so that YouTube will suggest it to every other person, because so many people do not know about this news needs to it needs to spread so that people will know about this. So many people do not know about it, so that these corrections can be made, so that they will listen and believe if they want to. Thank you so much. Bye.